So in the previous class, I started the simple harmonic motion. So I would like to continue the discussion about the equations for a particle performing linear simple harmonic motion. Please don't write running notes when I am discussing something now. So you concentrate to just listen when I am giving the explanation. So later I will be showing you the PowerPoint presentation of the summary of all the discussions I have done. That means all the results and formulae which you are expected to remember, I will be showing them in a systematic order later. So then you can write the notes. So I have started discussing about simple harmonic motion. That I said a particle performing simple harmonic motion moves or oscillate to and fro about a fixed point under the action of an external force which is always directed toward the fixed point and proportional to the displacement from the fixed point. So for a particle performing simple harmonic motion, the displacement of the particle is always measured from the fixed point. This fixed point or center of oscillation, we call it as mean position. The maximum displacement from mean position is called as displacement amplitude, which is denoted by capital A. So unlike in the examples we have discussed in kinematics, here the displacement of the particle in a given time interval is not measured directly from initial position to final position. So the displacement is expressed as a function of position coordinate. So the displacement is always measured from the mean position or center of oscillations. That means direct to the displacement y at an instant is always taken from the mean position towards the position of the particle. Here P is the instantaneous position of the particle here. At one extreme position we write y equal to plus A. At the other extreme position we can write y equal to minus A. Here I am using letter y for displacement from mean position. As I discussed in the previous class, the external force acting on the particle in linear simple harmonic motion at any instant can be written as F proportional to minus y or F equal to minus ky. The instantaneous acceleration of the particle is equal to instantaneous value of external force by mass, right, minus ky by m, or this can be written as A equal to minus omega square into I, where omega square equal to k by m. Omega square is the constant for a given particle performing a system. As I discussed that solution of this equation can be written in any one of the two standard forms. The displacement y for the particle performing simple harmonic motion, which is measured from mean position, can be expressed in one of the two standard forms, y equal to f sin omega t plus delta, or it can also be expressed as y equal to a cos omega t plus delta, one of these two forms. The values of a, omega and delta are constants for a given particle performing linear simple harmonic motion. That means this is an acceptable solution of this equation for acceleration. The value of delta depends on the initial position of the particle or initial condition. Suppose in a particular example, we are given that the particle is initially at the mean position. If y equal to 0 at t equal to 0. That means if we start counting time from the instant when the particle is at the mean position, then the value of delta is a constant. The value of delta in the equation will be same for any value of time t. So the value of delta can be found from the initial conditions in the problem. That means the conditions for the initial position. So if you substitute y equal to 0 at t equal to 0, you get 0 equal to a sine delta, or sine delta is 0. So the first solution is delta is 0. Second solution is pi or 2 pi, etc. in radian. The instantaneous velocity of the particle is given by dy by dt, rate of change of displacement with respect to time t. That comes out to be a into d by dt of sine of omega t plus delta. This you can write as v equal to a omega into cos of omega t plus delta. Suppose if the velocity, if you put at t equal to 0, if the particle is initial at the mean position, the displacement y, if you consider the first solution, the displacement y from the mean position at time t equal to 0 is 0. That means if you start counting time from the instant the particle passes through the mean position in the positive direction, then instantaneous value of displacement from mean position can be found from the using same equation. If you substitute delta equal to 0, we get y equal to a sine omega t. But if you take delta equal to pi, you get v equal to a sine omega t plus pi. So then you will not, then you get a different equation. So the velocity, that means if you consider delta equal to 0, the velocity at t equal to 0, then at t equal to 0, can see this equation, v equal to a omega into cos of omega into t is 0, delta is 0. A omega into cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So that means maximum value of cos omega t plus delta is 1. So maximum value of the velocity of the particle SHM will be equal to a into omega, which we call velocity amplitude. You can observe that if delta is 0, velocity is positive at t equal to 0. The conclusion is that if we start counting time from the instant when the particle passes through the mean position in the positive direction, then its instantaneous velocity at time t is given by v equal to a omega into cos omega t, and instantaneous displacement from mean position at time t is given by y equal to a sine omega t. Suppose if we start counting time from and the particle is at the mean position, but its velocity directed in the negative direction, then at t equal to 0, v will be negative. That means you consider second solution, delta equal to pi. So if you take delta equal to pi in this equation, you get then y equal to sine omega t plus pi. Sine omega t plus pi, you must be knowing that sine omega t plus pi radian means 180 degrees, sine 180 plus theta. will be equal to minus sin omega t. Sin omega t plus pi is minus sin omega t. And velocity will be given by, if you substitute delta equal to pi in this equation, V will be equal to minus a omega cos omega t. So in this case, at t equal to 0, you get velocity negative. Displacement y equal to 0. That means if we start counting time from the instant when the particle passes through the mean position in the positive direction, then its displacement y from mean position at time t is given by y equal to s sin omega t. In some questions, if you start counting time from the instant when the particle passes through the mean position in the negative direction, that means velocity directed in the negative direction through the mean position at the initial point. If you start counting time from the instant when the particle is initially at the mean position with the velocity directed in the negative direction, then the displacement from mean position at time t is given by y equal to minus a sin omega t. Again, coming to the equation, general displacement equation for displacement from mean position at time t in SHM can be expressed by the equation y equal to s sin omega t plus delta. The values of a, omega and delta are constant for a given particle in simple harmonic motion. The value of delta depends on the initial position of the particle. Suppose if the particle is initially at one of the extreme positions, for example, if the particle is initially at the positive extreme position, at one extreme position we take y equal to plus a, which we call positive extreme position. At the other extreme position we take y equal to minus a, which we call negative extreme position. At the mean position y is 0. That means letter y represents displacement from the mean position. Suppose if the particle is initially at positive extreme position, that means if y equal to plus a at t equal to 0, then in the above equation, because the value of delta is expected to be the same for any instant of time for a given particle in SHM. So if you substitute y equal plus a there, at t equal to 0, so you get sin delta equal to 1. If you consider first solution, delta is 90 degrees or pi by 2 radian. If you substitute this value of delta in this equation, you get y equal to a sin omega t plus pi by 2. Sin 90 degrees plus theta. Is a cos theta, or sin pi by 2 radian plus theta is equal to cos theta. So this can be written as a cos omega t. I mean that I would like to conclude that if we start counting time, if we start timing when the particle is initially at the positive extreme position, the displacement y from the mean position measured at time t, that means at t equal to 0, if it is at the positive extreme position, at time t it is at the point P, then displacement y from the mean position at time t is given by this equation y equal to a cos omega t. The same way, if you start counting time when the particle is initially at negative extreme position, that means y equal to minus a at t equal to 0. then you can write minus a at t equal to 0. So you get minus a by a equal to sine delta, or sine delta is minus 1. So you can take delta equal to minus pi by 2. That is one of the solutions. You take delta minus pi by 2, you can write it as y equal to a sine omega t minus pi by 2. That will be minus a cos omega t. That means if the particle performing any SHM is initially at the negative extreme position, then displacement y from mean position at time t is given by y equal to minus a cos omega t. Of course, you can arrive at these conclusions even by starting from the other equation which I mentioned earlier. The equation for displacement from mean position at time t in a linear simple harmonic motion can also be expressed by this equation, y equal to a cos omega t plus delta. Suppose if we start counting time when the particle is at the negative extreme position, that means if y equal to minus a, t equal to 0, then you can write y is 0 equal to minus a on the left side and time t equal to 0 on the right side. So you get cos delta equal to minus 1. You consider first solution delta equal to pi or 180 degrees. If you substitute this value of delta in this equation, then y equal to a cos omega t plus pi. This will be written as minus a cos omega t, cos 180 degrees plus theta is equal to minus cos theta, or cos pi radian plus theta equal to minus cos theta. That means if we start counting time, the particle is at the negative extreme position. That means if the particle performing simple harmonic motion is initially at the negative extreme position, then this equation for displacement y from mean position at time t is given by y equal to minus a cos omega t. So, the summarizing the discussion, if the particle is initially at the mean position with its velocity directed in the positive direction of x-axis or positive direction of displacement, then displacement y from mean position at time t can be written in the form y equal to a sin omega t. If we consider the case where the particle performing SHM is initially at the mean position with its velocity directed in the negative direction, then the equation for displacement time t from the mean position can be written in the form y equal to minus a sin omega t. If we start timing when the particle is at the positive extreme position, I mean if the particle performing linear simple harmonic motion is initially at the positive extreme position, then the equation for displacement y measured from mean position at time t, that means here p the position of the particle at time t, is given by y equal to a cos omega t. The particle performing simple harmonic motion is initially at the negative extreme position. Then the equation for the displacement y from the mean position at time t is given by y equal to minus a cos omega t. So in general, the equation for displacement from mean position for a particle in linear simple harmonic motion can be expressed in one of the two standard forms, y equal to a cos omega t plus delta or y equal to a sin omega t plus delta. You can use any one of the two standard forms for any example in linear simple harmonic motion. So in general, the equation for displacement y from the mean position at time t can be expressed in one of the two standard forms, y equal to a omega a into sin omega t plus delta, or you can also use the other form, y equal to a cos omega t plus delta. The value of delta depends on the initial position of the particle. The values of a and omega are constants for a given particle performing a SHM. Coming to the term period of simple harmonic motion, so if y is the mean position for the particle, and this is one of the extreme positions at which y is written as plus a, and this is the other extreme position at which we can write y equal to minus e. So if you start counting time when the particle is initially at the extreme position, and the time taken with the particle to move from one extreme position to the other extreme position, then to come back to same extreme position, will be equal to the one time period of oscillation. I mean, if the particle suppose moves from one of the extreme position to the other extreme position, then again it travels back to same extreme position. You can say that it has completed one oscillation. And the time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period of oscillation, denoted by capital T. So when the particle moves from one extreme position to the other extreme position, the distance covered is equal to twice the magnitude of displacement amplitude. It comes back to same extreme position. Again, it has to travel same distance. That means the actual distance covered by the particle during one oscillation will be 4 times the magnitude of the displacement amplitude. It's not necessary that you count the oscillation starting from an extreme position. You can also count an oscillation starting from mean position. Suppose if you start from the mean position, that means if the particle performing SHM is initial at the mean position, or if you start timing when the particle passes through the mean position in the positive direction, then when it moves from mean position to one of the extreme position, then to the other extreme position, then again to the mean position, you can say that it has completed one oscillation. That means after completing one oscillation, it will have same displacement and same velocity in the same direction. You can also count the oscillation from any point in its path. P is the instantaneous position of the particle at a particular instant of time, say t equal to t1. Then using this equation, the displacement y at t equal to t1, if you use the standard form y equal to a cos omega t plus delta, can be written as a cos omega t1 plus delta. If you calculate the value of the displacement at the instant t equal to t1 plus 2 pi by omega, then you substitute t equal to t1 plus 2 pi by omega in this equation. Y equal to a cos omega into t1 plus 2 pi by omega. That means I have substituted t equal to t1 plus 2 pi by omega in this equation. this you get a cos omega t 1 plus 2 pi plus delta. Cos 2 pi radian plus theta or cos 360 degrees plus theta is equal to cos theta. So this will be equal to a cos omega t1 plus delta. That means you can observe that these two are same. I mean the displacement of the particle at the instant t equal t1 plus 2 pi by omega will be same as the displacement of the particle at the instant t equal to t1. And you can also show that the velocity of the particle at the instant t equal to t1 plus 2 pi by omega same as the velocity of the particle at the instant t equal to t1 both in magnitude and direction. That means the motion repeats at regular intervals of time 2 pi by omega. Suppose if you, that means 2 pi by omega can be called as period of simple harmonic motion. So the time period of simple harmonic motion denoted by capital T, which represents the time taken to complete one oscillation. That can be written as 2 pi by omega. The distance covered by the particle during one oscillation is equal to 4 times the magnitude of displacement amplitude. That means the motion repeats. You can observe that we have seen mathematically that displacement of the particle at the instant of time t equal to t1 plus 2 pi by omega, same as the displacement of the particle at the instant t equal to t1. That means the motion repeats at regular intervals of time equal to 2 pi by omega. So 2 pi by omega can be taken as a period of simple harmonic motion. So next I would like to discuss how we can express expression for velocity in terms of the displacement y from the mean position. Coming to the discussion. So coming to the calculation, the velocity of the particle in linear simple harmonic motion. So in general, the equation for displacement y from mean position. Here y is the mean position. Time t for a particle in linear simple harmonic motion can be expressed in the form y equal to a cos omega t plus delta. The instantaneous velocity at time t is given by v equal to dy by dt. So you can write d by dt of a into cos of omega t plus delta. A is a constant, can put outside the derivative symbol. Derivative of cos omega t plus delta, as I told you, can be written as minus omega into sin omega t plus delta. So you can express in terms of displacement y from the mean position. This cos omega t plus delta from this equation can write y by a. So this sin omega t plus delta, you can write it as under root of 1 minus cos square omega t plus delta. As you study elementary trigonometry, sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So sin square theta, you can write 1 minus cos square theta, or Sin theta can be written as root of 1 minus cos theta, etc. All this you must be familiar with. So here we can substitute cos omega t plus delta equal to y by a in this equation. So if you simplify this, root of a square equal to a. This a gets cancelled. So velocity in terms of displacement from mean position, we can write minus omega into root of a square minus b square. We consider the magnitude of the velocity from mean at any instant when the particle distance y from mean position is given by omega into root of a square minus y square. So you can also arrive at the same conclusion starting with the other standard equation. Suppose if the particle performs simple harmonic motion along a straight line path, I mean linear simple harmonic, according to the equation y equal to sin omega t plus delta. And the equation for velocity at time t is given by dy by dt. This you get a omega into cos omega t plus delta. And this cos omega t plus delta, you can write it as 1 minus sin square omega t plus delta. From this equation, you can write sin omega t plus delta equal to y by a. So if you write sin omega t plus delta equal to y by a here, this you get a omega into root of s square minus y square divided by root of a square. So that gives you v equal to omega into root of a square minus y square. So magnitude velocity of the particle in simple harmonic motion at the instant when the particle is at a distance y from mean position, given by v equal to omega into root of a square minus y square. So at an acceleration is given by rate of change of velocity dv by dt. Substitute this equation for v. A omega into cos of omega t plus delta. A omega is the constant, can be put outside the derivative symbol. So you divide it of cos omega t plus delta, you get minus sin omega t plus delta into omega. Or you get instantaneous acceleration is equal to minus omega square into a sin omega t plus delta. So a sin omega t plus delta you can write as y. So you get instantaneous acceleration equal to minus omega square into y. So instantaneous velocity of the particle from mean position at time t in terms of displacement y from mean position can be written as v equal to omega into root of a square minus y square, and instantaneous acceleration is given by minus omega square into y. So at mean position, the displacement y is 0. So you can substitute y equal to 0 in the above equation to find the velocity and acceleration of the mean position. omega into root of a square minus y square. So velocity at the mean position will be equal plus r minus a into omega. That means velocity at the mean position will be written as plus a omega when the velocity is directed in the positive direction for displacement. The velocity at the mean position will be taken as minus a omega when the particle is crossing the mean position, the negative direction. So the acceleration at the mean position equal to minus omega square into y is 0. That is 0. That means for a particle in linear simple harmonic motion at the mean position, acceleration is 0 and magnitude of velocity is maximum. The maximum value of the magnitude of velocity is called as velocity amplitude, which is given by a into omega. At one extreme position, we write y equal to plus a. At the other extreme position, we write y equal to minus a. So at extreme positions, can write y equal to plus r minus a, or you can write y square equal to a square. So substitute y square equal to a square here. The velocity at extreme positions, omega into at extreme positions, you can write y square equal to a square. So velocity of the particle in simple harmonic motion will be 0 at the extreme positions. And to find the acceleration at extreme position, if y equal to plus a, then acceleration at the extreme position will be written as minus omega square into a. Or acceleration at the extreme position will be equal to plus omega square a if the displacement y is taken at the other extreme position, y equal to minus e. That means acceleration at the extreme position is equal to plus r minus omega square a. Or you can say y equal to plus r minus e at extreme position, acceleration at the extreme position minus r plus omega square a. So for a particle performing simple harmonic motion, the magnitude of acceleration is maximum at extreme positions and 0 at the mean position. Magnitude of velocity is maximum at the mean position and 0 at extreme position. The maximum value of the magnitude of the acceleration is called acceleration amplitude, which is equal to omega square into a. So next I am going to summarize the discussion I have done so far about linear simple harmonic motion. For the biology students, BPC students, the initial classes in simple harmonic motion may not look interesting because they are mathematical. But later I will be also discussing an alternate method to derive the expression for velocity and acceleration for a particle in SHM by the reference circle method. That means later I discuss that if a particle, if a point moves in the circular path performing uniform circular motion, then the projection of the particle on one of the diameters is simple harmonic. So that is, alternate method will be discussed later. Now I would like to summarize the discussion I have done so far about the linear simple harmonic motion. Of course, the theory part is not completed, but I would like to show you the notes for what I have already discussed so far. Those who are writing the notes, please get up and get ready with your notebook and pen. You can start writing the notes from now. Wherever you need time to copy the notes, you can take a pause and copy the notes. So I am going to show you the conclusions of the discussion I have done so far in the previous class and this present class. This is the diagram showing the mean position, one of the extreme positions and other extreme position here. And capital A is the magnitude displacement amplitude. Here P is the instantaneous position of the particle at time t. Y is the displacement measured from in position. So those who are writing the notes, please take a pause and copy this diagram first. Next, I am going to show you the definition for simple harmonic motion and the summary of the discussion I have done so far. Come on, copy this diagram first. Now look at the definition for linear simple harmonic motion. A particle performing SHM, means simple harmonic motion, short form for SHM, oscillate to and fro or back and forth about a fixed point under the action of an external restoring force, which is always directed toward the fixed point and proportional to the displacement from it. Here this fixed point is called mean position, denoted by O. Y the displacement from mean position or fixed point. And F is the instantaneous value of the external force on the particle which is performing linear SHM. So mathematically we can write F is proportional to minus Y. The negative sign indicates that the external force is directly opposite to the displacement Y from mean position. So in case you need more time to copy this definition, you can take a pause and take your time. I am going to show the notes continuation for this. That means first I am giving here point-wise notes. Number 1, you write summary of the discussions. Displacement. That means we are talking about the displacement. The particle performing simple harmonic motion initially at the mean position with velocity in the positive direction. Then displacement from mean position at time t is given by y equal to sin omega t, where capital A is the displacement amplitude, omega is the angular frequency of oscillations. Come on, copy down, writing the notes up to here. In case you need more time, you can take a pause and write the notes. I want to show the notes continuation to this. The particle is initially at the positive extreme position. Then a displacement from mean position at time t is given by y equal to a cos omega t. So in general, displacement from mean position at time t for a particle performing SHM can be expressed in one of the two standard forms, y equal to a sin omega t plus delta or y equal to a cos omega t plus delta. Come on, take a pause and finish writing the notes up to here. I would like to show you the continuation for this. The values of A, comma, here there should be comma here. The values of capital A, comma, omega and delta are constant for a given particle in simple harmonic motion. Come on, finish writing up to here. Next, I would like to show the continuation for this. Velocity in SHM. V equal dy by dt, or we can write omega into root of a square minus y square. That means v is the velocity at the instant when the particle is at a distance y from mean position. So you can copy down, you can take a pause and copy down till here. Next, I would like to show the continuation. Maximum velocity is 0 at the extreme positions and maximum at the mean position. Maximum velocity or velocity amplitude equal omega into a. Acceleration SHM is given by a equal to minus omega square y, or a proportional to minus y. Omega is called angular frequency of oscillations. Come on, finish writing up to here. Take a pause and finish writing the notes up to here. I'd like to show the continuation this. Maximum acceleration is 0 at the mean position and maximum at the extreme positions. Maximum acceleration or acceleration amplitude is equal to omega square into a. The time taken by the particle to complete one oscillation is called the time period. And the distance covered during one oscillation will be equal to 4 times the magnitude of displacement amplitude. First, you take a pause and finish writing the notes up to here. Next, I would like to show the continuation. Time period T equal to 2 pi by omega, which you can also write in terms of displacement from in position. Displacement and acceleration. Ratio of displacement acceleration I have written as minus omega square e to I. From this we can write 1 by omega square equal to minus y by a. So 1 by omega equal to right root of minus y by a. So this time period of SHM can be written as 2 pi root of minus y by a, or 2 pi root of mod of y by mod of a. That is time period SHM is equal to 2 pi root of ratio the magnitudes of displacement and acceleration. So please finish writing the notes up to here. Even though you have the printed notes with you, it is better to write the notes once to gain familiarity with the subject. I'll continue my discussions in the next class.